So before we get started on the real videos, I would like to add a few words. And this has to do with the fact that, well, the math exam for this course is, in my opinion, very, very hard. And that is the reason why I would like to prepare you guys a bit and tell you guys what to do and what not to do when you are preparing for the exam by taking this course. So let's start over in the night section with what to do. What to do. So a good place to start is to acquaint yourself with the lecture notes. And by this, I don't mean reading it once or reading it twice. I mean probably reading each chapter like 5 times or something, because all in all, you only have 50 pages of lecture notes, and every single page of those notes is so compact and is so filled with information that just reading it once just simply isn't enough. And when I say getting acquainted with the lecture notes, well, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to read the lecture notes. What I mean by this is get acquainted with the contents of the course in the way that is best suited for you. And that can be in different ways. It's probably, for some people, it's by going to the lectures themselves. For other people, it might be by testing each other, or, well, just wink wink, we have the multiple choice tests as well. And also maybe you just prefer to sit at home and read and read and read and write down the definitions and look at them and try to understand them. Something that people kind of complain about, but I really like to just keep saying anyways, is one foolproof way to make sure you have enough time during the exam is actually to memorize as many definitions as possible and theorems, and for example the mean value of a Pareto distributed stochastic variable, whatever. Memorize, 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 and remember where things are in the notes. This will help you so much because you only have, well, not that many hours to do the exercises in when you come to the exam. So part 2 is drills. Now I know I'm kind of talking like a basketball coach here, but it's very important to get your brain muscles warmed up. And one of the things we see most often is people actually fall through not on the hard parts, but stuff like fractions, differentiation, or integration. And especially integration by substitution and integration by parts in particular. Just please make sure that you know how to do this and that you're good at doing this and you know it just off the top of your head, because there is no reason why you should waste 5 or 10 or 20 minutes on looking for a formula for how to do this, or making sure that you got the minus sign right or stuff. I mean, this stuff should just be there, and yeah, you shouldn't really have problems with this. But if you do, because I also occasionally forget this stuff, then go on Khan Academy and train yourself. Really good idea. Oh, and also summations. Like if you have 2 sums and you interchange the summation symbols, how the indexes should change, and so on. Yeah, make sure you know that. Okay, and one more thing. Exercises. And I don't think that I can stress enough how important it is that you do the exercises on your own without asking other people for help to begin with. And you should expect, well, the easy exercises, they should just kind of work out, right? But if you're looking at an exercise that you can't solve, then you should expect that maybe you'll look at it for half an hour and you can still not solve it, and that's okay. Then you come back the day after and look at it for another half hour, and maybe you still can't solve it. Maybe you need to look at it for 2 hours. Who knows? If you can't solve it, fine. Give your brain a chance and try to think of it in different ways and give it time. It's okay if you can't solve it, but you will be doing yourself a disservice by asking other people to tell you how to solve it if you haven't given it a chance first. Well, if you've spent a lot of time and you just can't figure it out, and there are things where you're not sure if you've understood correctly, of course it's okay to ask, but just give the exercises a chance before you ask other people for help. Okay, so this actually leads me on to what not to do. What not to do is copy off the instructor. So this is something that we see quite a lot, especially during those late afternoon instructor sessions from 3 to 5. That is, well, you're tired, right? And your brain needs oxygen. And to be honest, you probably haven't really looked at the exercises anyways. So you just think, I'll just fetch the notes and I'll just write down whatever the instructor is saying. And then afterwards, when you're studying for the exam, you take your notes and then you read the solutions and you're like, okay, I got this. I understand the solution. I know what's going on. That's fine. Well, that's one of the most dangerous things ever, because for the exam, this is one of the new things that kind of crop up in college here. That for the exam, what happens is you need to solve new problems. This is one of the major differences from high school, is you can't just expect that the problems that turn up during the exam are problems that you've actually seen before. They are completely new problems, which means you have to be good at solving exercises you've never seen before. And having solutions for exercises you've seen before won't help you. So this thing up here is a big no-no. This thing over here is good. And this is one of the main reasons why people have a hard time with the written math exams. It's because you go to the exam, you expect to see something you've practiced on, and then you just get a bunch of problems that you haven't seen before. And then you freeze and you don't know what to do. And the main way to solve that is by practicing, training yourself in doing new exercises. So do the exercises. It's good for you. And see you guys in the upcoming solutions of the week 1 exercises.